Hey, my friends, welcome back to Magic Time. I'm your host Thomas here in my home in Napa, coming to you with a new series, which I am going to refer to as the Obscure Wine Grape series. Now, this is going to be all about bringing forth content about wine grapes that no one knows about or that are very obscure. Now, of course, all of us know the basics, the Cabernets, the Merlots, the Cab Francs, the Petit Verdot, the Pinot Noir, the Sauvignon Blanc, the Chardonnay, all the basic wines. We're familiar with those grapes and kind of know the history about those. But a lot of these grape varieties that are grown in some of the lesser known regions throughout the world are very interesting, and they're really fun to get your hands on and kind of expand your awareness and your palate, and you might come across something that you actually love that's not just Cabernet or Pinot. Today I am going to tell you about a wine grape called Negrette, or Negrette, however you pronounce that. That is what the grape variety is called. Negrette. And the French have a little accent mark over the first E, so I think it's Negrette. At any rate, this is one that's grown in California in the San Benito region, a little single vineyard called Calleri Vineyard. Producer is Kenneth Volk, and they kind of specialize in obscure grape varieties, and you can get your hands on some of their wine and try some of the different grapes out there. At any rate, Negrette. This grape variety is indigenous to France, and it's in the southwestern portion, a little region called Fronton. It has been made for rosés and like still rosés and stuff like that, and it even is done in a fuller, richer style that's really dark in color. They say that it's in moderate tannin and moderate acidity, but this particular one, I tasted it last night, and it's kind of high in both those regards. It has big tannin and it has big acid, and it's a 2013, and this particular wine is showing still rather robust. Let me go ahead and pour a little bit of this in the glass so you can see that it has a dark, kind of almost black color, and being now 8 years old, it's still showing that deep richness in color, a little fading on the rim, but not much. The cluster, I guess, and the berries are very small and kind of compact and very dark in pigment. And dark colored wine, but they say it's usually kind of light to medium body. This one is fuller and richer. On the nose, this wine expresses kind of like a dark complexion, blackberries, but kind of underripe blackberries. I know you can't smell bitterness, but it smells like kind of like bitter skins, almost like a bitter plum skin, black plum skin. A little bit of dark cherry coming through at the end a little bit as it opens up, and definitely some like dried herbs, like dried herbal components, like sage and thyme and things like that. Pretty neat little nose. This one, if you get your hands on this Kenneth Volk, you're going to have to decant it. It really comes to life after some time, after being open for a while. On the palate, medium to full body, good richness, round kind of full texture, fair amount of tannin gripping on the finish. Black fruits definitely, still in the park of blackberry and black plum, like black plum skin. I would say the wine is pretty darn good. I got this at a super bargain, less than $20. I think it normally is about $25, and I got it for much less than that at a bargain grocer here in town. But a really neat little grape variety, one that if you can get your hands on, I think it's worth a punt. Probably good with red meats in this case, but a lot of fun. Negrette, or maybe Negrette or Negrette, but Negrette is how I'm going to pronounce it this time around. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for being loyal followers of the Magic Time Wine channel, and follow along this series if you want to learn about some of these obscure grape varieties They don't grow much Negrette other than in the southwestern portion of France. I guess the grape variety is a little susceptible to disease like powdery mildew and stuff like that. So they don't grow it very often, but it's really kind of fun if you can get your hands on it. Thanks, guys. Cheers.